Plaisance information echo recorded at 0500 hours. ILS DMU approach, runway 14 in use. On the surface, dry, transition over 60. Wind 070 degrees, 16 knots, gusting 26. Visibility 8,000 meters from sectors west to northwest and northeast, else above 10 kilometers. Weather, we see showers from sectors west to northeast. Clouds few, 800 feet, scattered 1,400 feet. Temperature 29, viewpoint 26, QNH 1011. Pilot target information echo at the initial VHF contact.
Okay, chaps, I'm Mr. Jean-Michel, the captain of this flight, Corsair 953 from Mauritius Island to Paris Orly. Boeing 747-400 series, which is the best one. And we are now on the briefing. We start the briefing. All this, the plane is prepared. Okay, briefing?
Yeah.
So the aircraft is full, Cat 3B. No NOTAM on this airfield. And we will use the full extension runway. So the gate is 11, just in the turn, so we will push back facing north-west, and taxiing via November, Alpha, and full length. We will take off runway 14, flaps 20, heading 136, and runway is full length 340 meters via 45 wide, no problem. SID will be Okmar 1. To Airbab, left turn initially 046 heading, and next to Elsvis, the Grand Bay and Okmar. We have this in the box, so it will be via LNAV VNAV. And after takeoff, 2,600 feet is a safety altitude, and 3,001 after that to Grand Bay. In case of return, it will be on the axis, runway axis, with 1,700 feet initially, and right turn, if possible, 4,000 feet of safety altitude. Two possibilities in case of fire with no possibility of extinguish this fire. We will land to this runway with 4,000 feet of safety altitude and the ILS 14. Second time, if we have another failure, which is not very very important, we have the possibility to divert to Rainy Island, okay, and so we need to dump and runway news to Rainy Island. Today, takeoff will be runway wet, and do you have any questions?
No questions.
Ok. Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. Votre commandant qui vous parle du poste de pilotage. Notre départ est imminent. Nous avons tous les passagers à bord. Vous l'avez ressenti bien plus que nous. Un petit problème ce matin sur les tapis bagages qui ont été en panne pendant plus d'une heure et qui repartaient aussi par intermittence. Ça fait que nous avons encore 53 valises à charger. Ensuite, nous pourrons quitter notre point de stationnement. Je pense qu'il faudra donc attendre 10 à 15 minutes. Nous pourrons quitter notre point de stationnement. Aujourd'hui, un décollage en piste 14, face au sud-est, virage par la gauche. Nous survolerons la partie nord de l'île avec Grand Bay, ensuite le cap sur l'océan Indien, où je vous donnerai de plus amples informations lorsque nous aurons atteint notre niveau de croisière. Détendez-vous. Le personnel de cabine se joint à moi pour vous souhaiter un agréable vol et vous remercie d'avoir choisi la compagnie Corsair. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Your captain speaking. We expect a departure within 10 or 15 minutes, waiting for the last luggage. Today we'll take off runway 14, nose face south-east, left turn after takeoff, heading to the north of the island, Grand Bay, and the Indian Ocean will be the next. Just relax, enjoy your trip. Thank you for flying with Corsair. Selected temperature is 45 degrees, V1 138, runway wet, VR 162, V2 172.
Okay, check.
Start air extension, and OPT version is 16-01.
The same on the right.
Okay, we can send output on storage.
Wait.
Zero fuel weight 224.8.
Check.
Fuel 130.7. And cross weight is 355.5 to 353.8. Perfect.
Okay.
Thrust slim. Temperature is 45 degrees. Takeoff EPR 142, and 45 degrees climb. Takeoff. V1 compute 138, propose 149, input 138. VR compute 162, propose 62, input 62. V2 compute 172, propose 72, input 72. CG 18%, trim plus 7.3, 7.4,
Okay, check.
172, El Nav Vinav 12699, 104. Okay, perfect.
Corsair 9 trip, pushback approved for runway 14, taxi November.
Okay, the pushback is approved for the Corsair 953. Thank you.
Ground starting sequence will be 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready to start number 4?
You're better, Jeff.
Starting 4. Start engine 4. And 2. Pressure. Pitch it. Anyone? Corsair 953 ready to copy cruise. One departure, flight 1 route and climb initially level 240. Call you ready, 953. Okay, level 240 magenta. Check. And the standard departure. 14, full extension. D1 138, D2 172, departure and VNAV of R1 departure. Level 240, Magenta.
Check. It's clear on the moon.
Sucks. I see that. Emergency briefing?
Yeah.
Stop avant verre, je réduis, je freine, je débride l'automanette, je sors les speed brakes manuellement, j'applique la poussée reverse sur les symétriques.
Je surveille la sortie des speed brakes, le fonctionnement du RTO et des reverses.
En cas de panne A ou après bien, j'annonce continue. Trajectoire de panne est dans l'axe, ASD 1700, on va le briefer pour le retour.
D'accord, pas de question, je passe l'annonce. Préparez-vous pour le décollage, merci. Do you want the before takeoff checklist?
Before takeoff checklist?
Okay, before takeoff checklist, cabin is ready. Flaps,
Fine.
before takeoff checklist, correct.
Heading 135.
Checked. You want to play?
Clearance.
Corsair 9053, request to take off. Clear for takeoff, Corsair 953.
Roger. Left.
Ouais, avec un bon vent.
Ready?
Ready.
Take off. Stop.
Thrust rev. All thrust set. 80.
80.
Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. And up.
Check.
First half and a spin.
Check. Gear up.
Check.
approach, good morning, Corsair 943, just passing 3,000, plane level 240 on the standard departure. We are over at Gulf Bravo unit. Acceleration.
2 to 5 magenta. Left 10.
Flaps 10.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 1.
Standard set. Flaps 1.
Stop.
NC, préparez-vous pour le décollage, merci. Okay, do you want the before takeoff checklist?
Before takeoff checklist,
Okay, before takeoff checklist, cabin's ready. Flaps
20.
before takeoff checklist complete.
Check. Auto sur arme.
Check.
On the way 14.
To the Foxtrot Tower to clear up traffic, Boeing 747, crossing over 14 et left turn. To the Foxtrot, commute, I'm at Bravo now, 800 feet.
Heading 135.
Checked. Tout le monde est prêt?
Oui, on est clearance.
Corsair 9053, request to take off.
Corsair 953, wind 110 degrees, 10 knots. Vesting 20, runway 14, left for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Corsair 953.
Roger, left wing.
Oui, avec un bon vent.
Ok. Ready?
Ready.
Take off. Stop.
Thrust ref.
Check.
Pole thrust set. 80.
80.
V1.
Rotate. Positive right.
Cap. And up.
Check.
1-1.
Trust have balance speed.
Check.
Do that again, your preferred route? Down from the lawn.
Gear up.
Check.
Technical onset. We're currently 1,500. Delta Tower, again. Philadelphia, we're from Le Mans to the field.
Fine.
Switching on center route via Saint-Magnon. Estimating the field into 1-1. Delta commit report Saint-Magnon. Saint-Magnon, Philadelphia. Contact approach for 1941, alright? Have enough time.
191, Corsair 953, good day.
Mike 618, Roger, report to back. Roger, so back, 618.
Mauritius approach, good morning, Corsair 953, just passing 3,000, climbing level 240 on the standard departure.
Corsair 3 approach, morning sir, report overhead, Gulf of Yankee.
Call you overhead Gulf Bravo Yankee, Corsair 953. Acceleration.
225 Magenta. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
VHF left.
Yeah. Ok. 10:57, ça fait 11 heures. De 18 heures. Opération du Corsair 953.
Oui, monsieur le commandant.
Eh oui, c'est pas lui. Salut Yannick. Écoute, on a fait un bloc à 5h47, un décollage à 6h04 et l'atterrissage devrait se faire vers les 18h.
47 au bloc, 04 dans les nuages, 18h arrivé Orly.
C'est ça, c'est parfait.
Juste pour ton info, j'ai demandé à Sylvie de faire une annonce que tous les bagages étaient à bord.
Ah bah c'est super, merci beaucoup, hein. Tu t'es bien débrouillé, hein. Impeccable.
Merci à vous tous, bon vol et à bientôt. Salut.
Salut, à bientôt, merci Angélique. Grosse bise.
Salut Angélique. Elle a bien gazé. Ok, 10,000 speed, 336. Oui, Gilles, j'écoute.
18h, TU.
Ah non, pardon, local, ouais.
Non,
Oui, local, sorry, 17h TU, ouais.
17h TU.
C'est bon, 17h TU.
Ok, et merci hein, de vous être bien impliqué, on est pratiquement là.
Oui, oui, bien sûr, on récupère ces quelques minutes et c'est bon.
Parfait, merci, au revoir.
Salut.
Ok, speed 336.
Check, 10,000 procedure
okay, 10,000.
is on the way.
Ok. ça va.
Corsair 953, estimate Okmar at 0628, Mbud 0635.
Corsair, you can tax center 129.3.
Over the center 129.3, good day.
Good day, sir. Corsair 953, Mauritius Center, good morning. Continue class at level 320.
Roger, sir, we're very clear level 320 and we are just ADS and CPDLC connected.
Corsair 953,
320 Magenta.
Check.
ATC come established.
Okay. I confirm we are established on the radio 343 of the Gulf Bravo Yankee VOR.
Corsair 953, roger. Emirates 701, descent start level 250.
Continue descent flight level 250, Emirates 701, PNE présence 140.
Roger. Corsair 953, report level passing.
Just out of level 300, Corsair 953.
Roger.
Donc il est en face à face a priori. Ok, PNT à droite. Je m'isole. Ouais. Mesdames et messieurs, ici votre commandant. Les officiers pilotes Pierre Verschuer, Philippe Weber et moi-même sommes très heureux de vous accueillir à bord de ce Boeing 747-400 de la compagnie Corsair International. Voici quelques informations sur votre vol. Nous avons décollé de l'île Maurice à 10h04 local. Nous nous poserons à Orly avec 5 minutes d'avance à 18h01 local time aussi. Au décollage, le poids Jumbo était de 355 tonnes. Les 104 tonnes de poussée de ce quadrimoteur nous ont permis de décoller à la vitesse de 320 km/h. Nous volons maintenant à 32 000 pieds, soit 9750 mètres où la température extérieure est de moins 33 degrés Celsius. La vitesse est de Mach moins 85, soit encore 500 nœuds, soit 926 km/h pour les non-initiés. La météorologie en route est favorable avec quelques turbulences prévues au-dessus de l'océan Indien. Nous les avons déjà rencontrés pour une grande partie. Encore un peu de turbulence au-dessus de l'Égypte, dû à un courant jet à haute altitude. Ensuite, le reste du vol sera relativement calme. À destination, par contre, nous allons rencontrer un temps nuageux assez marqué, avec du vent et peut-être de la pluie à notre arrivée à Paris-Orly. Une température au sol de 10 degrés Celsius, ce qui vous ramènera brutalement à la réalité. Il me reste à vous souhaiter un bon vol. Nous allons passer donc en laissant Madagascar à gauche et les Seychelles à droite. Ensuite, ce sera la côte africaine avec la Somalie au sud de Mogadiscio. Nous passerons sur les hauts plateaux éthiopiens, la verticale de Addis, la capitale, pour aborder le Soudan. Nous quitterons le Soudan à Abu Simbel en Égypte. Nous traverserons donc l'Égypte sur la partie ouest de Luxor et du Caire, pour quitter à l'ouest d'Alexandrie. Ce sera ensuite la mer Méditerranée. Nous passerons à la pointe ouest de la Crète, le sud de la Grèce, pour aborder l'Italie. Nous longerons la côte ouest de l'Italie avec Naples à droite et Rome. Pour Gênes, ensuite Turin. Nous écornerons la Suisse à l'est du lac Léman, pour ensuite aborder la France métropole, verticale Dijon, en atterrissage face à l'ouest à Paris-Orly. Je vous souhaite un agréable vol en compagnie de votre chef de cabine principale, Madame Sylvie Anselme, la chef de cabine arrière, Georges Bustos, à l'étage Christophe Joannick et l'ensemble de l'équipage commercial. Je vous remercie de voyager avec Corsair. Bon appétit, bon repos. Merci pour votre attention. Check. OK. Ladies and gentlemen, your captain speaking. First Officer Philippe Weber, Pierre Verschuer and me are very pleased to welcome you aboard this Corsair Boeing 747-400 series. Here and some information about your flight. We took off from Mauritius Island at 10:04 a.m. local time. We land to Paris Orly at 18:01 p.m. local time. The takeoff weight of this jumbo was 355 tons. The takeoff speed was 173 knots. So we are cruising now at 32,000 feet. The outside temperature is minus 33 degrees Celsius. The speed is Mach 0.85, which is 500 knots and 926 kilometers. The weather on the route is fair, with any turbulence over the Indian Ocean due to clouds and over Egypt due to jet in high altitude. At destination, according to the weather forecast, we plan a cloudy weather, windy, and maybe rainy to Paris Orly, ground temperature about 10 degrees Celsius. As you saw on your jobs on screen, we flew now over the Indian Ocean with Madagascar on the left side and Seychelles on the right side, towards the Africa coast over Somalia, south of Mogadishu. Ethiopia will be the next, close to Addis, Sudan, east of Khartoum, to Egypt, over Abu Simbel, and west of Luxor and Cairo. Next will be the Mediterranean Sea, to Crete, west of Crete, south of Greece, to Italy, along the west coast of Italy, with Napoli and Roma, to Genoa, and Swiss, the east of Leman Lake, over Dijon, over France to Paris Orly, and westerly landing to Paris Orly. I wish you a very pleasant flight together with your chief purser, Mrs. Sylvie Anselme, the rear cabin purser, Georges Bustos, upstairs, Christophe Juanic, and the entire crew. Many thanks for flying Corsair. Bon appétit, enjoy your meal. Thank you for attention.
Circle check is okay.
Corsair 953 station Delta, continue CPDLC when able, maintain circle watch.
Okay, we're continuing CPDLC when able, we've just logged on. And for your information, we estimate ITLOC's position at 0848.
Corsair 953 station Delta.
So, hello, a few words about this flight from Mauritius to Paris Orly, and about the weight. So we have a trip fuel today is 116 tons of fuel. We have 3% on Crete, Heraklion, which is 2.4. We have a possibility alternate to Paris Charles de Gaulle, which is 6 tons, and the reserve of fuel is 4.5 tons of fuel. So it's a minimum takeoff fuel 128.4, 1 ton for taxi, and request fuel definitively is 129 tons.4. So we have extra fuel from 600 kilos. So fuel on board at takeoff will be 130 tons. The zero fuel weight today is 224.8 tons. Takeoff fuel is 129 tons, so takeoff weight is 353.8 tons for takeoff from Mauritius Island. We are now flying over the Indian Ocean. We make a test fuel to position anchor, which is between Madagascar and Seychelles. So we've got on the flight plan 101.8, and we have plus 3.7 tons of extra fuel. So it's very good today. And about the tanks. So we are now flying after anchor over with Seychelles ATC. So total fuel is 103.5. And you can see main 1, 2, 3, and 4. We just finished the center tank, which is now at the end, and no fuel on the elevator for this flight. This is a short flight, 11 hours, short flight for the 747. Few words about the Corsair Airline. Corsair Airline is a brand new airline. It's from 80s and with long-haul flights from 19s. Initially, we've got 747, 100 series, 200 series, and 300 series. We've got SP and 400 now. Before 2012, we've got 6 747 400 series and 2 Airbus A330-200. And since 2012, we've got 3 747 400 series and 4 Airbus 200, 2 330-200 and 2 330-300. So it was 7 aircraft. And most of the time we have flight from Paris only to Mauritius to Royan Island, Indian Ocean, and to the Caribbean Sea, the French Caribbean Sea, French Indies, like Martinique and Guadeloupe. And during the summertime to Montreal, Canada, Africa with Dakar and Abidjan. We've got many records, like the long-haul flight with the more and more passengers. In the past, we have just one class, which is 594 person on board passengers in one class. So I flew just one time. I flew with the crew 649 passengers. I think it's a record. We have the record with the 747 SP, just one aircraft from the King of Morocco. And that plane flew always for one day, 17 hours of flight for one day. And the second 747 in the world flew 16 hours flight a day. So 1 hour of difference, which is terrific. Always in flight for this aircraft. And most of the time he flew from Paris to Las Vegas and San Francisco and LAX. And a few words about the 747. Very nice aircraft, but you know that. And it's the best plane for Corsair initially, because 4 engines, we don't need 8 ups. We can fly across the Atlantic Ocean or across the Indian Ocean, across the Pacific Ocean without constraint. So it's better to fly with this aircraft. And about mechanics, it's a very reliable airplane. In the past, we flew from Nordic flight from Stockholm, Helsinki, to Bangkok and Phuket. So it was during the winter. We need to cross all the Russian area over the mountains, over the Everest, and Nepal and Myanmar, and to land to Bangkok. So it was about more than 12 hours. So it was the great plane for this type of flight. And the Corsair staff and headquarters decided 1 year ago to continue with the 747 due to the low price of the fuel. And we expect next year for a big check D, and it will be more than 5 or 6 years more with this aircraft.
Hello, Philip Weber, First Officer. So we've just asked via the CPDLC to climb at level 340.
Oui.
Just waiting for the answer. As you
Ouais.
can see, maybe you can zoom on the page here. You can see that the requested climb has been made and the message is open. So you see, you can see open here, meaning that we are waiting for the answer of the ATC. That's very useful because well, a few years ago we didn't have this system, and we had to do everything with the HF communications, particularly when crossing the Atlantic Ocean, and that meant a lot of work and great fatigue during a night flight. So this is a great thing. Did you get something else? No?
Somebody.
Old, yeah. The message is old, so standing by for the answer. No, we just got an answer from the ATC message, a new message here, okay? And here is the answer. We can climb to and maintain level 340. Climb and maintain level 340, and we will report level. So I accept the message here. I send it according. Jill, you agree? Okay.
Check.
That's it.
So level 340.
So now Jill is going to climb level 340.
340 magenta.
Check. And the report is armed.
Thrust left, Vena speed, power, and the aircraft start to climb. You can see here the vertical speed. Speed, Vena path.
Check.
Level 340 and Mach 0.85.
Okay.
And now the CPDLC.
Okay.
Log.
And here on this page, we're just cross-checking that the level 340 message was sent. And we have a new message. He says, okay, Roger. That's it. Scene number 4. Okay, guys, hello again. You're listening to Just Planes with Udo, Captain Jill Mitchell, and myself, Philip Weber maybe, for the German people. And, well, let's talk a little bit about the different systems we have on the 747. I'm sure that everyone who's gone in a Boeing airplane will be familiar with this layout configuration. You've got here what is called the MCP. That's the mode control panel. You've got all the principal commands to steer the airplane on the vertical path and on the lateral path, you see. Here you have the speed and throttle modes. On the side you have the lateral mode, including the heading select mode and the LNAV mode. Just on the side the vertical modes with the altitude setting here. And on the far right here the 3 auto-flight systems. As you might know, this aircraft is a Category 3B certified, so it can land automatically in very bad conditions. It's quite easy. Just right down there you have, well, the flight instruments, and you can notice that there is a pure symmetry on the captain panel and on the first officer panel, with a primary flight display here with the attitude, showing the attitude of the aircraft, the speed here, the Mach number, and the altitude and vertical speed. This one is the navigation display, and here you find all the data considering the navigation, the route we are following, which is in magenta here, in the sort of magenta color, with the different waypoints that have been entered via the flight management systems. So actually we are reaching Antis, and the next point will be Mitch. On this display we can get the image, the radar image, and also we will have the TCAS information here, and as well on the PFD in case of conflict. On the center of the airplane you've got what we call the ICAS, which shows all the different systems, important systems of the aircraft, and you can show the different synoptics of the systems here by just pushing either button here. For example, I will push this button, which is the engine button, and you can see that the engine page is showing with the fundamental instruments. You know, you've got the N2, that's the N2 rotation of the engine. The fuel flow, actually you can see that we have approximately 2.8 tons or 2.9 tons per engine fuel consumption, fuel flow, and different values of the oil pressure, oil temperature, and the vibrations also, which is quite important. That's it. You also have the electric panel, very, very simple synoptic as always with Boeing airplanes, showing the different 4 generators and the different electric buses. And here we have what we call the tie bus, which actually is connected with every other bus. So in case of a one generator failure, the tie bus will automatically energize the other bus. You see what I mean? After that, we have the fuel synoptic. I think that Gilles showed it to you a few minutes before, containing the major, showing the major tanks and the different pumps. Very simple too. We also have the hydraulic synoptic, 4 generations, with 2 pumps on each generation. Okay, with the reservoir here and the contains. The pressure, 3000 psi, which is the average pressure on the system. We also have the door system. And finally, the gear page. Quite interesting because it shows the temperature of the brakes of the systems. We've talked about the displays, which is very, very classical glass cockpit configuration. And now we have the central panel, central console. Of course, the throttles, the fuel control system to put on fuel for the engines. And here we have mainly, this panel is dedicated for communications. We have the VHF systems, the radar control panel, another flight management system, but this one is intended for the communications, the SAT communications. We've got the HF panel for the HF communications, and a few little devices, and the evacuation panel here in case, of course, in evacuation. This is the auto brake system with different positions. You know, you can select different position according to the weight, the length of the runway, and the weather conditions. That's really the heart of this aircraft. And well, you might know that we we've got a sort of system to navigate with a certain precision. Certain precision is needed. That's what we call either the RNAV system, or what's the other word for the American use another term that I can't remember, I can't figure. Anyway, what we do during the pre-flight, and generally the captain does it, he feeds the FMS with the route we're going to fly. On this route, you have all the waypoints, the different airways, maybe different constraints, speed constraints, the altitude constraints. And these systems are essential because they have got many features, they provide many informations, and they give many information to the rest of the systems of the aircraft, particularly to the auto throttle systems, to the flight director and auto flight systems, and of course they calculate at any time the fuel that is in the aircraft, of course, and the fuel we're going to have at landing. So for example, here you find that it's in Paris, for example, we will land with 13.8 tons of fuel. You've got different pages here, and well, you've got also the departure and arrival charts, for example, if you need when landing or departing. You've got the SIDs, you've got the different approach that are going to be followed by the different systems, and particularly the automatic flight systems, and a progress page, which you can do also a reporting position report to the ATC. Got many features on the systems. Just got another ATC message from the Seychelles control at 8 locks, which is the FIR point. We'll have to contact on HF on 11300. You've got 2 pages, so let's see the other one, and we accept the pages, and we send the page. That's it. Okay.
Emirates 770, position Mogduda, time flight level 320, southwestbound on the upper Bravo 400 Golf, and we're estimating rags at 0915, and estimating position Itmar 0935, flight level 320, southwestbound in the Mogadishu FIR, Emirates 770.
0 on the upper Mike 665. Estimate the position 2 lap at 0907. Corsair 9053, level 340, Mogadishu, it's me on.
Hi guys, hi again, welcome back. We're going to talk about the overhead panel, just to have a quick look at the different systems here. As we've told you before, on the ICAS page you had all the synoptic of the different circuits, but here you have actually the circuits and the commands if you need to intervene on the system, for example in a failure, when you have a failure on a system, hydraulic system, electric system. That's the way, on these buttons, that's the way you're going to try to solve the problem. So very simply, we have here the 3 IRS, okay, that's for the navigation purposes, and also for giving many informations to the attitude instruments, and also providing many information. So very different systems. We will not go into details because it's quite complicated. Just below we have the electric panel, and if we put the electric synoptic here, you see that this is a simplified version of this panel, but very similar. The 4 generators here that you find here, you see the different generator control, the bus tie, the 4 bus ties here, and the few things, other things like the APU generators and the external power. When we are on the ground and we need electricity, and that the engines, when the engines are not running, we are using either the APU generators, auxiliary power units, or the external power. Okay, then we have the hydraulic system here, showing the 4 generations with the 4 pumps, 2 pumps on each system, And on the side we have the fuel system here. Different push buttons for the different pumps. The different reservoir, the tanks here, you know, the reserve tanks. The main tanks, the overhead two-man, the center tanks. And the stabilizer tank, because I think Gilles told you before that we could put some fuel on the stabilizer, but it's very seldom done, and it's really for when you need to make very long haul, very long flights, you know, ferry flights to convey, for example, to convey an aircraft to a very long destination. Well, that's it. What else you have here? Oh yeah, the nacelle anti-ice system. That's the anti-ice system. It's very simple. We've got 4 buttons here, one system for each engine, and also we have the wing de-icing system. Just one button for the all wings, for the 2 wings. On the right side, you have the pressurization control system here. It's all automatic, except when you've got a failure, you've got the possibility to intervene manually on the different outflow valves. And the outflow valves, the position is shown here on this side, and you can also see it here, the position of the outflow valves, okay? Here we have the air conditioning system. We've got 3 packs providing the pressure and the air conditioning system. Look, I'm not going to make a fire test, okay, but of course here you have the different handles and extinguishing systems on each engine, one for each engine. So we've got 4 here, and also for the APU, we've got an extinguisher here. And all the alarms will show here, you know. We've got the cargo detection system here, fire detection system, which is here. Okay, that's it.
We are estimating ticket time 1038, Corsair 953.
Okay, 953, copy, and position is source. After it's done, position neutral, frequency 15.1.
1251, position Utsul, Corsair 953.
Control station, this is the Corsair 953, leaving now the Mogadishu FIR. We're northbound at level 340. We are joining the Upper Gulf 300. Over position Mike Alpha Victor 0928, Corsair 953, leaving the Mogadishu FIR northbound. Level 340. Okay, we've just left the Mogadishu FIR, and this is a very critical part of the flight because this airspace is an uncontrolled airspace. It's a G category airspace. So the ICAO has made a recommendation, and we have to listen to the frequency 1269 and also to transmit position reports on 1269 to have a sort of overall awareness of the traffic which is flying in this area. Okay, and that's a bit old, so it's a very critical part of the flight. And in the past we had quite a few TCAS resolution and advisory in this area, so you have to be very careful.
And that is because of the enormous low-level traffic coming down from the Gulf states?
Yes, of course, you have many traffics coming from the Emirates, the Gulf, and they are crossing our northern route, and sometimes it happens that they can be at the same level and approaching the same waypoint. The flight level change, the step climbs are not permitted in this area. That's just a question of safety, security.
to Nova on the 317.
Contact 317 Papa.
Yes, on the 317, how do you read?
Now see, message is frequency, vision position, I'll check air service.
Charlie 5 Mike Alpha Delta. Charlie 5 Mike Alpha Delta.
Call station, Emirates 785, into Khartoum, FIR, flight level 320.
Corsair 9053 Khartoum, go ahead sir.
Just taking new bar time 1155, flight level 360.
Corsair 9053 Cairo 129 decimal 4, good afternoon.
1294, thank you, bye bye. KL, good afternoon, Corsair 9053.
Corsair 953, good afternoon, Cairo, raise and fire, approaching Sierra Mike Lima, clear to destination, that is all the flight the route, maintain first level 350, Alpha Squad 3330.
It's copied 3330, maintaining flight plan route and maintaining flight level 360, Corsair 953.
Cairo for the 115.
Over there.
Mazid Fadrak, just confirm after Luxor, Upper Papa 751, all the way to Al-Daba.
Qatari 070, good afternoon, radar contact, maintain flight level 370, direct carrick point. Cairo, 436, confirm frequency for X-Radar 1223 or 122.8? 1228. 28. Okay. KLM 567 Cairo. I'm hearing 8 call Cairo radar 132.2, have a nice flight.
132.2, Mary Ace, shukran.
Yeah. Libyan 28, Corsair 254, Libyan 254, Mach number 0.81, continuous Cairo radar 132 decimal 2 miles per hour.
Radar with Mach number of 0.81, 132 decimal 2, Libyan 254, Assalamu alaikum.
Squawk 1660. Squawk is 1660. Cairo, morning Meridian 7805. Egypt 653, Walik, Fatla Barakatla, radar count, continue climb flight level 310, proceed back city.
Cairo, Corsair 953, request to climb level 380.
Corsair 953, stand by for request.
Standing by, Corsair 953.
Runner 634 Hotel, yes, radar contact 370. Clear to Athena via Nemes for Nemes 1 Charlie. Paris, Corsair 953, good evening. On course to Dijon, meeting level 380. Corsair 953, bonjour, Orly Dijon 7 Whiskey arrival.
Dijon 7 Whiskey arrival to Orly, Corsair 953.
Okay, tu as l'avion, Gilles, tu as la radio.
Okay.
Oh, you've got the controls and the radio, communications on the left. Okay, so briefing, the aircraft is fine. It's nothing new, I guess. You didn't have anything during the... Yeah. Good. The latest weather is much better than expected. It's a westerly landing in Orly, Paris Orly. Little wind from the southwest, temperature 9, QNH 1006.
Check.
And the visibility is fine. So we will begin the descent on the 7 Whiskey arrival, standard. The path has been checked by the three of us. We will descend at Mach 85 and transition speed 290. Okay, then we will be probably radar vectored for the ILS 26. ILS 26. The frequency is
32 Foxtrot Charlie for Swiss radar 121.52.
Is set. Probably the beginning of descent will be 3,000 feet on an initial 3-degree glide path. The minima is 490 feet, and we need 550 meters for a category.
Down to level 270, maintaining heading, Corsair 953. 270 magenta.
Check.
Thrust enough speed.
Check. Okay, so and 550 meters for a category 1 approach. In case of go around, that would be a standard procedure. LNAV, VNAV. Climbing to 2,000 feet, go around altitude. Okay.
Roger.
The landing weight will be around 240 tons. 140 the reference speed.
Hold.
Check. We'll land on the auto brake 3. The landing distance has been calculated by yourself.
Yeah.
There's plenty of margin.
Just a minute. PNC, début de descente.
Okay. Runway 26, 3,300 meters. We'll probably leave at the Whiskey 35 intersection, okay, and then the taxi to the Charlie 6 gate. Is that it?
Charlie 6, yes.
Charlie 6, okay. Okay, basically,
via Whiskey 1 or...
Whiskey 1, yes.
And
probably
Lima,
Whiskey
Lima
1 and Lima 1 to
yeah,
Charlie 6,
yeah.
yes. That's it. In case of a GPWS alarm, we'll apply the procedure.
Yeah.
Okay. On your command or my command, pull up.
Direct Oakricks, Corsair 953. Oakricks on top, checked.
Check. Execute. Heading cell.
Oakricks, magenta LNAV.
Okay, check. So on your command or my command, pull up toga, we will apply the procedure, okay?
Okay.
And any questions, guys?
No questions.
Go.
And the weather and camera, which is the threat today.
The threat is still the same.
Yeah,
it doesn't change a lot since since 10 hours.
Yeah.
So, okay. Thrust enough speed.
Check.
Hold.
Check.
Corsair 953, descend level 100, steady by Molba.
Down to level 100, steady Molba, by Molba, Corsair 953.
Level 100 magenta.
Check.
Southwest Fox Echo, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1006.
Descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1006, stop 621 Foxtrot.
Iberia Echo Papa, speed 250 knots.
Have you called in Iberia 34 Echo Papa?
Iberia 34 Echo Papa, I confirm speed 250 knots.
Corsair 953, reduce speed to 250 knots.
Corsair 953, descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1006.
4,000 feet, 1006, Corsair 953.
Okay, 4,000 feet.
Check. Kevin, ready?
Fox Echo,
You want me to Charlie 6?
Tu peux remonter, ouais, Charlie, India, 26.
255. Check.
Okay, check.
Bonjour, 135 X-Ray Fox. Descend niveau 110, on est à 282 pour l'instant.
Idle enough speed, check 250, set QNH 1006.
1006 QNH set.
And you would rate 9,700 feet.
Yeah.
Top.
Minus 10.
Okay. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters QNH 1006 set.
QNH 1006.
Approach checklist is complete.
4,000 feet, 1006, left heading 200, clear, dash 26, stop 61 Foxtrot.
Corsair 953, turn left by 10 degrees.
10 degrees left, Corsair 953.
Heading 330 set.
Check.
Reducing speed now to 230.
Check.
230 magenta.
Check. Thousand to go.
Check.
Corsair 953, turn left heading 300, clear ILS.
300 left turn and clear ILS 26, Corsair 953.
953,
Level 300 set.
Air France Echo, deux fois, tourne à gauche 4070, descendez 4000 pieds, 1006.
Oscar Lima Whiskey, toujours pas identifié.
Not okay. Anyway, put on the mode lock, we'll check it out afterwards. Lock armed.
Check.
Flaps 1.
Iberia Echo Papa, descend 4,000 feet, 1006.
1006 to 4,000 feet, Iberia 34 Echo Papa.
Speed vino out.
Check.
Papa, la tour 118 décimal 7, au revoir.
Flaps 1.
118, Air France Charlie Papa, au revoir.
Speed
Iberia
220.
Echo Papa,
Check.
turn left heading 330.
To the left heading 230, Iberia 34 Echo Papa.
Flaps 5.
PNC, préparez-vous pour l'atterrissage.
Corsair 953, contact tower 1187, bye.
1187, Corsair 953. Have a good night.
3240 au transpondeur, 1000 pieds QNH 1006, Orly face à l'ouest. Transit approuvé.
Glide slope.
4240 au transpondeur, 1000 pieds max à 1000
Top
pieds.
début descente. 11.3, perfect.
Ouais, c'est ça.
2000 magenta.
Hardy Tower, this is Corsair 953. Good evening. On the ILS 26.
Top 6 Fox Echo clear, descend runway 26, 0 degrees, 1 for knots.
Descend runway 26, top 6 Fox Echo.
Air France Charlie Papa, le sol 121 705, au revoir.
121 705, Air France, pas revoir.
Soleil Québec Bravo, le départ 127 75, au revoir.
27 75, Québec Bravo, au revoir.
Corsair 953, bonjour, departure final 26, wind 210 degrees, 13 knots, max 19.
Roger, report on short final, Corsair 953.
1319, ça fait 6. Bon, on prendra 150 si ça te va initialement, et puis ensuite on verra. Flaps 10.
Bonjour, Iberia for Echo Papa, 14 miles on final 26. Bonjour, Iberia Echo Papa, 5 miles behind 747, speed departure final 26. Copy, Iberia for Echo Papa. And say speed?
Speed 187.
We are maintaining copy, thank you, clear speed, Iberia for Echo Papa. What is your speed? 180, Iberia for Echo Papa. Roger.
2500.
Check.
Check.
Runner runway.
Gear down. Flaps 20.
Flaps 20.
Speed 165 set.
Check. Gear is down.
Okay. Flaps 30.
That's this Fox Echo, contact the ground, 1217. Bye-bye.
2105.
Speed 150 set. Landing checklist.
Clear the turn runway 26, wind 210 degrees, 11 knots.
Clear to land runway 26, Corsair 953. Landing checklist, speed brake, arm, landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
30.
Landing checklist complete.
Okay. FD.
Check. Degrés gauche, 32, 25 nœuds.
1000.
Stabilize. Degrés gauche, 21 nœuds. Speed.
En correction.
Approaching minimum.
Turbo 0446, Alpha Bravo, prêt.
300.
Air France Alpha Bravo, bonjour, je suis 42.
Continue.
24, autorisé de décollage, vent 210 degrés, 11 nœuds.
Alignement décollage 24, Air France Alpha Bravo.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up, reverse.
La tour, Orly Tour Bonsoir, pardon. Air France 385, écho de fois, 8 navires.
Air France écho de fois, bonjour, matin en cours de 26, vent 210 degrés, 6 à 20.
80 knots.
Air France écho de fois. Et Orly, l'hélicoptère, faut que vous êtes là-bas, qu'on arrive sur du 5 pour quitter avec tout suite.
Et contrôlé, prochaine droite.
Check.
Autobrakes.
Check.
Air France écho de fois, révisé vers 169.
169 écho de fois.
400. Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums.
Continue.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Prochaine droite. Check. Auto brakes. Check. Corsair Airline 53, good evening, runway 26 is
Corsair Airline 53, control 36 Charlie 6, first right, Lima 1.
Charlie 6, first right, whiskey 1, develop. C'est ça. Procedure. Sent to you. Oh, thank you, Captain. That was so nice of you. So, first right, okay. Left. Copy. Qui restera la PU. Ça c'est anticipé, c'est oui, j'ai marché avec ça. L'instant médical en même temps. Ouais, je vois ça, mais j'ai du mal, tu sais. À la vieillerie. And Corsair, Airbus.
Oui, si t'es un peu, hein.
APU running. Okay. Qu'est-ce qu'il me dit là?
Hello guys, hope you've enjoyed this flight, this returning flight from Mauritius to Paris-Orly. And we were quite happy to give you this experience of the 747 of the Corsair International Airlines, and we hope to see you again. Bye bye, ciao now, take care.
It's a perfect landing with a windy landing. So I just to show you my next flight with the 20,000 hours of flight will be with my personal plane, which is that one, perfect plane, the Shark ultra-light aircraft. Bye-bye.
down.